Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, we are SIIWII Fashion News Digest, Supply Chain Talk, where we update you about the latest fashion supply chain news in the industry. So is China not the go-to place for manufacturing anymore? So it looks like countries like Portugal and Turkey are taking over the clothing manufacturing process. And that is because a combination of reasons, like supply chain chaos, higher costs, and concerns about working conditions. And now as brands are looking to be more sustainable, they want to take out the risk in their supply chain and they want to go to more sustainable manufacturer. Big brands such as Mango and Dr. Martens, these big brands have also thought about shifting their manufacturing from out of China and also out of Southeast Asia. And also after the US banning cotton imports from China and stricter laws being introduced in US and Europe against labor laws, so many brands just have to rethink their strategy. Also, the financial incentives before are not what they are today. The factory wages in China have doubled between 2013 and 2021. Also, many fast fashion brands are abandoning China because they don't want to be associated with Shein after all the negative feedback the fast fashion brand has received. Okay, so you know those little balls of fabric that shed off our clothes in the washing machine? No big deal, right? These little microfibers might be more dangerous than we actually thought. Every year, more than 500,000 metric tons of tiny plastic fibers are leached from our clothes on into the environment, where they're found floating in the ocean and also surprisingly in human bloodstream. A lot of brands right now are doing action in order to reduce that, such as brands creating their own mesh bag that capture the leached fabric, and Samsung and Patagonia even developed a new washing machine that reduces the microfiber pollution up to 54%. But why is all the blame on the consumer? Manufacturers should initially actually take the blame. 120,000 metric tons of microfiber are released during the textile manufacturing process. That's like for every 500 t-shirts produced, one t-shirt is just microfibers pollution. So what can brands do in order to reduce that? Well, they can do two things. First of all, by reducing the amount of water they use and also the temperature that they use during the wet processing and the dyeing process. So lately in the fashion supply chain, there has been a huge diversity improvement. The number of people of color across supply chains in the US and Europe have increased by 30% in 2022. And the number of supply chain organizations that are considering inclusion and equity in this strategy increased year on year from 62% to 75%. And of course, improving pay and working conditions is the top priority. Thank you for tuning in, SIIWII Fashion News Digest, Supply Chain Talk. Subscribe down below to get an all-round insight on what's going on in the fashion industry. Retail news, supply chain news, trends, and much, much more. We will be back very, very soon.